Hello YouTube and welcome back. In the last episode we made it to the depths of Pokemon Mansion. And in this episode hopefully we're finally going to finish this place and get the key. Not get the ladder that gets us out of here. We're going to get the key that finds the key to the gym. Jeez. Who are you? There shouldn't be anyone here. Then why are you here? Logical fallacy, dude. If no one should be here, neither should you. And plus there's plenty of people here. There's burglars, there's other scientists. I have Cruiser out front? I thought I had Apollo out. Whoops. This is the worst thing. Hello, thank you, please. Please and thank you. I really didn't expect Pokemon Mansion to be freaking 3 episodes. Well, I guess it's gonna be like 2.5. And 2.5 slightly shorter episodes. But like, this is one of those weird dungeons that, like, this is not optional. Like, Seafoam Island is 100% optional. You don't have to do it. And there's another dungeon that we're going to do later that is also optional. But Pokemon Mansion is not. You have to go through it to get the key to get to the gym. But it's not any place I ever really remember. Like, I remember the aesthetic mostly, and I remember the little story bits that you get about Mew and Mewtwo. Is this going to knock out Apollo? It might. Oh, good job, Apollo. Headbutt. But other than that, like, I really don't remember it. Maybe it's because, like, I never caught or cared for most of the Pokemon here, except Magmar. Frickin' heck. Chaplain. I don't know. It's just not one of those places that I was like, yeah, Pokemon Mansion. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, this place. It's also really confusing because, like, they've definitely laid it out differently. So I remember in Gen 1, and I feel like it was this way in Fire Red and Leaf Green. But the way to get to the different floors was like this random drop-off point that I think they've gotten rid of, but it was just very bizarre. It's just really weird, and I didn't really get it. Like, it's just as compared to like ladders or stairs. Like, this ladder I don't think existed. It was just like this, like I said, it was this drop-off point that you had to drop off on the right side to get to where you wanted to be. It was just very bizarre. And like I said, I just never really remembered this place super well. What the heck is a little kid doing here? Hey, do you know? If you step on that panel, you can go back to the entrance. Okay, we definitely do not want that because we want to go down further. Why is a little kid here? Like, I would think that should be like a scientist. Like, this is not a place for a little kid to hang out. Although it's Pokemon, so it might not be a kid, it could be a ghost, because that's what Pokemon does. Anyway, so we've made it to the basement of the basement, and I think this is finally what we're looking for. Uh-oh, where am I now? Yeah, I know, this place is a little confusing. It's okay. Take the stairs, take a left, take a right, and then another right, then you're going to see a little kid that doesn't make any sense why he's here, but if you talk to him, he'll let you know the warp panel to get out of here. It's not that hard. Give you directions how to get out. How are you today? I said it again. It's 2 in a row. Yeah, nothing's still going on with me. It's just still the same recording session as when I started Cinnabar. And I wish I should say more. Just like I said it all before, and like, yeah, it's been 24 hours for you guys, but I don't know. Does everyone like me saying that? Like I said, I like when I ask how people are, but you might just be like, shut up, talk about Pokemon. Which, I mean, fair. I'm playing Pokemon, but I don't know. I like talking about other things. What else is on my mind? I think I mostly got most of it out, but I'm actually kind of thinking about the end of the series. So, just because this is when you start thinking about that towards the end. We're at the 7th gym. Like, that's when you start thinking about those kinds of things. Which I've loved the series. I've really enjoyed my time with it. I'm not going to get into too much depth about everything how I feel about this game as a Pokemon fan. But I have really enjoyed this series, and I've enjoyed my team. I've enjoyed getting to play through Kanto again. It's just been fun. Weezing. I'll keep babbling. Even if, like I said, I do find Pokemon Mansion a little eh. It's just one of those dungeons that I have never cared that much for. It's like, I don't care about the Pokemon. The design is better in this game, but it was just kind of generic, I think, in Gen 1. Thankfully, it didn't poison me. I was half expecting the freaking Weezing to poison me. Thankfully, Cruiser did much better against that guy than he did against a frickin' Electrode. Also, not that you're ever going to see it, because I caught it, but in between episodes, my frickin' recording stopped recording sound again. I caught it before I started recording this episode, so this episode should be fine. But it's just very bizarre that, like, that happened again in between episodes that time, but I'd rather it happened then than in the episode itself. Sludge Bomb! Ooh, Sludge Bomb is good. Eevee has Poison Jab, so that's probably what we're going to keep with her, but can anyone else learn Sludge Bomb? No. Well, never mind then. I like these moves, but none of everyone can use them. Diary 1. September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. So I think we're finally learning what happened about this place. Which is just, again, this place is so, like, the lore behind this place, and learning about Mew and Mewtwo, and Dr. Fuji, and apparently, if you remember correctly, they even said Blaine knew the person who was a friend of his, implying Blaine worked with Dr. Fuji. Like, that's so cool. Whoops, I didn't see that until it was too late. But yeah, so apparently they found Mew in the jungle, brought it back, and cloned him into Mewtwo. But Mewtwo was too vicious, and then this happened, implying that Mewtwo destroyed this lab and then left. Dr. Fuji was probably so traumatized by the entire thing that he left and just didn't want anything to do with it, instead becoming a more kind-hearted man that just wanted to make everything make the world a better place for people and Pokemon alike. And who knows what happened to Blaine, actually. He apparently knew Dr. Fuji, but I don't know what to do, but I like to buzz. Not having Eevee really sucks against electric types, because I'm not really great against fighting electric types, and Eevee at least resists them, so she's easier to switch in on, but Chaplin should hopefully be able to take a hit. Hopefully it uses, like, I don't know, Thunderbolt. Okay, he'll survive this, but it probably won't feel great. Yeah, that didn't feel great. But let's see how Psychic does. Light Screen, gross! You jerk! I didn't think Electabuzz. Wow, okay, thank you, I got a crit. I was like, wow, I did not expect that to knock it out with the Light Screen and everything. But thankfully, crits hit through Light Screen. And Chaplin is our first level 50. I have no idea what Blaine's highest Pokemon is. At this point, like I said, it's impossible for me to... Not impossible. It's essentially impossible for me to not be over-leveled. And I think I've done, like I said, as well as I could have. Can I sleep in one of these beds? Oh, nice. I'm not really sure why you'd want to sleep in one of these beds. I'm pretty sure we're at the end of the dungeon, but I guess it's not bad. I did need some healing, so... Oh my god, wheezing. A tiny wheezing, even. I already caught coughing. I really don't care about wheezing. Run away. We could evolve coughing if we really wanted wheezing. Excuse me. What's up here? A rare candy. Nice. And, whoop, okay. So we still gotta get through that door. I think we saw a switch up here. Okay, and that should open that door, and that should be our... I think that's the end. Whoa, excuse me. What is this? A large container made of thick glass. It looks as if something had been beating on it over and over from the inside. Man, that's creepy, because that was not, and that's really cool. This is clearly where they created Mewtwo. That's so cool! Like, this is where it happened. This is where they created Mewtwo. Man. Thick glass. It has markings around it and looks like some kind of liquid had dried up. Man, this is like creepy and cool. I didn't realize there was a candy there. Whoops. Yeah, the liquid has dried up. Okay. Whoa, my god, there's so many Magmars. But let's get our secret key and get out of here. There's the key to the gym. So now we can just go. But yeah, oh man, I do like what they did with the look of this place. I still find this place not... Oh, whoops. I still don't find this place, like, super interesting. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about this place, because, like, the lore is really cool, and, like, it's a lot of backstory. They don't explain in detail what happened. You're just, like, it's left to the imagination with, like, Mewtwo and Dr. Fuji. And, like, they don't have, like, some major cutscene that they explain like, Mewtwo explains it all, or Dr. Fuji or whoever explains it all, but, like, it does just enough that, like, lets you wonder. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So we got the secret key, but we also got a candy, and that reminds me we have a lot of candies to give people. Where is it? Also, I'm an idiot. So when I read this before, I didn't realize that when it says needs. Okay, so in this case, we're like Gale needs 3. Yeah, it takes 3 candies to use it. Like, I wasn't actually completely absorbing that, which is just very stupid on my part, but that's okay. So we can't use the XL candies, but we can use the L candies. So let's use quick candies. We have 2, so let's give 1 to Apollo, and then of course 1 to Gale, our speedy guys. Tough is defense, so let's give it to Cruiser, Chaplain, because he doesn't have great defense, but we can try to make it a little bit better. Apollo, and let's give it the other one to Cruiser, because he's like our defensive guy. Yeah, he's probably our best overall defense. 60, 60, 30. So we can give some Mighty Candy. Who wants attack? I'd really like to give this to Gale. I should know Eevee now that I'm thinking about it, but we can give it to Gale. Just, yeah, okay, and then we'll save these. We have to save these XL candies from not level 60. Huh, what to do now with this time, because it's way too early to end the episode, but I don't want to start the gym. Oh man, what am I gonna do? We can start the gym? Yeah, we'll start the gym. Well, with the gym, I don't. Freaking heck! This is such an awkward time. I'm trying to think of, like, was there anything I can do that I've been avoiding? You know what I could do? No, that's silly. That's silly, because I don't want to do that yet. Hold on. I'm going to pause the episode and just figure out if I can think of anything to do that won't be the gym. So I thought of something. It's very silly, and it doesn't really make any sense, to be honest. But there's some items we can get that I never got before, and one of them is actually kind of will be rather cathartic that I can't believe I never got. It's this item. Remember this area? The item that I swore was going to be the Poke Flute when I was a kid. Yeah, I never got this item. Like I said, I don't want to start the gym because I like gyms being like a full episode, and this will again probably even be a shorter episode. But I know I wanted to get these items at some point, and like I guess now's not a terrible time. But we can find out what this item is. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good item. X-Scissor. I have no idea. I can't even remember what it was. What the? Oh my god, I did not catch this Pokemon. Hold on. Before we talk about X-Scissor, I want to catch this Pokemon because I like this Pokemon. I haven't seen one. Horsey. Oh, that's cute. I mean, definitely, this is very far off than what I've been doing, but I don't know. We got nothing else to do, and cool, we'll catch a Horsey. Definitely never seen a Horsey before. I like Horsey. I always find it very cute. Nice. Cool. We got Horsey. Neat. And a Pokedex. If it senses danger, it will vigorously spray water or a special type of ink from a special type of ink. What does that even mean? Horsey's cute. I've always found Horsey cute. It's one of those Pokemon that like I never really think about. I don't think about too often because I've never used it, and I know very little about it, like competitively or whatnot, other than that Kingdra is kind of a cool Pokemon. But I've always thought Horsey was cute and endearing. And no one can learn X-Scissor. I doubt Eevee can learn it. That'd be pretty awesome if Eevee could learn X-Scissor. She does have leaves that cut. Hold on, I gotta at least check. I highly doubt she can learn X-Scissor, but that would be awesome if she could. That would teach that, like, X-Scissor is like the physical bug type move. Yeah, I didn't think so. But unfortunately not many Pokemon can learn it because you have really things that like cut. And that's kind of rare. So There's something else that I can do that I think about it while I'm on the thought process. So I will see you at our next destination, I guess. We're just filling space, getting some items, and getting things I could have got before, and I didn't really have any other better time to. So I will see you in a sec. No, hold on. Add to the party. Eevee. There we go. Now I'll see you in a sec. Do you remember way back when I said I was going to come back here because I wanted to see what this item was? This is just something else I can do. Cool. And there's one other thing that we can do that we don't need to do, or we won't get anything from it, but I just want to see what will happen. Little foreshadowing. But yeah, this item. I never came back here once I got chopped down. Let's see if this is a rare candy or some decent TM. This was totally worth it. Thunder! Ooh, that's definitely a worth it. Oh my god, Thunder Wave is great. I doubt anyone can learn it that I really want to, because, again, it makes Fuzzy Buzz just really good. But yeah, Chaplain can learn it. Thunder Wave is my favorite status condition move. It's, like I said, like I've said before, Paralysis is my favorite status, because it's just so good in that, like, it never goes away like Sleep does. It will permanently slow the Pokemon down, which can be devastating for Pokemon that rely on their speed. And you get free turns when they're fully paralyzed, like every other turn. Like it's just so good for battle, for catching Pokemon. It just cripples so many Pokemon. But the other thing we can do is actually hold on. I went right by this thing because who hasn't caught a Tentacool? But then I was thinking, have I caught a Tentacool? I have not. Okay, cool. We caught Tentacool. It's Tentacool is to water as what Zubat is to caves. Like, it's just, they're freaking everywhere. You can't go in water without running into Tentacools. So it was just so bizarre that I've never caught one before. And like Zubat, it's actually really good. They're really specially defensive, and Water Poison is a pretty good typing. It's got a decent amount of weakness, but again, they're super specially defensive, and they're pretty solid Pokemon to use in general. It can sometimes be found all dry and shriveled up on a beach. Toss it back in the sea to revive it. Don't follow that advice in real life, folks. If you see a jellyfish on the ground, do not touch it. It's not worth it. It will be very dangerous and could very, very much hurt. But yeah, this area also. Is there an item over? I feel like there might be an item up here. I feel like there should be an item up here. There we go. I was like, there's got to be something here. PB Max, nice. This is good that I did this, because like there was no reason to, and like actually now that I'm thinking about this, is if you realize what I'm foreshadowing, then this actually makes a lot of sense why I did at the end of this episode. This is the Cerulean Cave. Frightfully strong Pokemon live inside. You'd have to be a very special trainer to be allowed in. A champion recognized by the Pokemon League, in fact. So okay. We have our potential destination after the Pokemon League with Cerulean Cave. But before we become the champion, we still need our 7th gym, which we will get in the next episode. So until then, see you guys later.